Hey, what's up guys, it is Zulfur here, welcome to KSP, this is Zulfurs Whaky Creations. Today I have a ship called the KSC Rescue. It's the Mark 1, because I plan to do more. As you can see, it's kind of wacky. You see it's like, you got your standard Mark 3 sort of shuttle look, and then it has this extension on the back. Now this extension on the back's like, it's two lander cans which act as like crew pods. So the crew pods obviously carry Kerbals, that's why it's a rescue ship. But it works quite well. I'd say it works quite well. Like for the actual style of ship it is, with that little bit hanging on the back. I mean, it flies very well. In saying that, it does require an end of runway shot to take off, and even on this take, I almost didn't take off. If you see here, look, almost touches the ground, and then it lifts off. It's powered by 4 turbojet engines with 2 fuel tanks each, and it also has the engine, whatever you call it, to take in air. I can't even remember what they're called. Things you put before the engines take in the air. You know what I mean. Obviously, it's got the 3 seats for the 3 pilots. Obviously, you only need 1 pilot, so there's obviously room for, there's 2 in each lander can, so 2, 4, 6, 7 Kerbals, or 6, and then the pilot. Yeah, I mean, I just slapped the mech jib on the front in case I needed it. Like for this, having this kill rotation bit while in the takeoff was pretty good because it helped me keep the craft level, but I don't think I'd use it any other time. So what I did was took it up to about 11,000 meters, the cruising altitude that I would probably want this at, and see what sort of speeds it could get to. Obviously, it could probably get to higher speeds with a higher altitude, but I didn't want to go any higher because obviously I have to come back and attempt to land it at the Kerbal Space Center. So I don't know. Tell me what you think. It's obviously a bit weird with that little bit on the end. I decided to chuck some wings on it just to increase the lift at the back there, and it wouldn't just be a ugly big crew pod on the back. It kind of looks unique with that on the back. I don't know. It suits it somehow. Maybe this ship could be improved with a few more engines to help it get off the ground a bit better. Because as you saw, it was kind of like, are you gonna go? Are you gonna go? No, you're not gonna go. And then eventually, obviously, it did take off. So it wouldn't be in this situation here. So at 12,000 feet, we're getting what, about almost 500 meters a second. That's pretty good speed for a big hefty thing like this. Well, we are flying at 12,000 feet. Oh god. The Kerbals are just absolutely like crapping themselves because look how unstable I'm flying it. Have you ever tried turning one of these things in 180 degrees at 13,000 feet doing like almost the speed of sound? It's, not good. The momentum, like the gravity shift, just doesn't like it when I'm trying to turn. You can see I'm trying like my hardest to get it round this corner. Eventually it does come round, but I almost like missed my alignment with the runway, and you'll see all about turning Canadian. You'll see all about that in a second. So I really don't know why I chucked mech jeb on here. I didn't really use it. It was just there for a precaution in case something bad happened. And I always like to have my mech jeb there just to give me everything I need. I know there is a mech jeb 2.0 out at the minute, but I need to install it into my KSP folder because apparently it's got a better UI and everything like that. But apparently you have to like change all the ships manually before you put the mech jeb 2.0 on. So obviously I got the turn and I'm coming in for a landing now. As I always do with these ships. I've tended to do a lot of jet planes. I'm not too good at getting things into, rocket wise. I can build them, but obviously not as good as planes. So I kind of stick to planes here. Coming in for a landing now, and like I always do, try to land my things at the end of these wacky creations. As you can see, I just need to make a few final course corrections to actually come into the runway, because I didn't really judge it right, because of that big ass hefty turn. I turned too far left, and oh god, it was horrible. So obviously letting the wheels out to increase drag now and slowing the speed down as much as I can. But if I cut the engines now, this thing will just fall out of the sky because it's so heavy. So it's just so, you see how it's shaking around and stuff. It's really difficult to land, and with that big lander can on the back, it just adds a big dead weight, and you know, if that even touches the thing, the whole the whole thing is going to explode. So almost here at the runway now, and coming in hoping to be a successful landing. This definitely not looking that way. Trying to turn straight onto the runway drastically. Forget to pull up, see my speed, hit the runway too hard. Luckily, I landed it fine when I was practicing to fly it. I did another couple attempts, but I didn't record them. And you know, they were all pretty similar. It's really hard to land, to be honest. You see that thing flying into the sky, all the debris scattered everywhere. Now, actually, something funny happened when I used the bracket keys to switch spacecraft in a second. I go here, and I go to something that was on the launch pad, ready to go, and obviously maybe a bit of the debris exploded it, and sent this thing out of Kerbin's atmosphere and into nothingness. I don't know how the landing strut is going on a mission on its own. I don't think physics work like that. I don't know how this happened, but I just tabbed to it and it started flying through the sky. There's the moon, there's Kerbin. And, oh God, I was like, what the hell's going on? Where are we going? Traveling very quick and increasing speed as well. I don't know, guys. This is Zulfurs Whaky Creations, Kerbal Space Program. If you have a suggestion for any more stuff I can do on KSP, let me know. But apart from that, I will see you next time.